Live.
I'm live?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm tsafrir from tsafrir Cakes, and I'm very happy to be here with you today to launch our new silicone molds kit, which is the children body silicone mold kit, which comes with this one also, with the clothing patterns. I'm very happy to be here from you on behalf of the cake decorating company, which already has all of these products in stock, so you can buy it from there if you want. What we're going to do today is a young girl in a very summer, sorry for my English, in a summer cake, okay? And I'm going to show you, I already did the legs and the body in order to let it dry a little bit. But of course I'm going to put it aside and show you how I did it, okay? So, in the kit, you have all the parts that you need. You have the legs, you have the arms, the body, the face, the hair, even the eyes, and some shoes also. We always start by making the legs. And if we don't want the figure to stand up, but to sit on the cake, what we have to do is just not use the dowel, okay? We just take the mold, fill it with sugar paste, take it out, and put it sitting or whatever you want. But I want to show you what's nice about this form, which is you can put the dowel in when it's still in the mold, so that the paste will not misshape and the leg will be just great. So how we do it? I'm taking just a little bit of sugar paste, and I'm always asked about the brand that I'm using. So I always use the satinized fondant, just the fondant, not the gum paste. The gum paste I'm using for other things. The satinized gum paste with some CMC or Tylo or gum arabic or whatever, however you know it, which is just powder to make the paste be more pliable and get firmer when it's dry. Okay, so now I'm taking the paste that I made, that I added some food coloring to it. It is the, I don't know if I have it here, it's the skin tone food coloring that I add in here, and here I have this nice color. So what I do, I just take a little bit of sugar paste, knead it very nicely, and make a ball. Okay, this is how I always start. I hope you're already watching. I cannot see, but if you are, so hi. Now we are really starting. So I'm taking the ball of paste and making a sausage, which is about the length of the leg here. Okay, I can already see that I have too much sugar paste here. I can take a knife and take a little bit off, or I can just leave it this way, and I'll show you how to fix it. Okay, after a while you will see that this one is also too much. But even if you don't know, you just start like this, and I will show you how to fix everything. So in order to do the leg, you open your mold. You don't have to worry about anything happen to it. You can just fold it and as you want. Just open one leg, take a little bit of vegetable fat and put it inside. Okay, just a little bit. You don't need too much. We just don't want it to get stuck inside. Now after taking this, you take a dowel and put it all the way through the sausage that you did. Okay? The right way to do it is to put the dowel a little bit low. Okay? If you see it's not in the center, it's a little low in the sugar paste. Now I open my mold, put it inside, and make sure that the dowel goes in this little, in these little holes here. Okay? And now I press my sugar inside in order to make it, to fill all the mold. Okay? Now you see it's way too much, but it doesn't really matter, because after it's full, we're taking this modeling tool knife and just take off all the excess. Now it looks great because the dowel is in here and in this part here, and we don't see the dowel from the top. But even if it happens to you accidentally that it's too high and it's shown, okay, like what I'm doing now, you see it's not nice here and you can see the dowel. Because the dowel goes in the paste once it's still in the mold, you can just press it down. Don't worry about how it looks on top. Okay, just press it down all the way in, until you can see it's completely in here and completely in here. Press again, and you can cut all the excess again and again and again until you get this nice shape, which is nice here, and the dowel goes all the way in. The right way to do it now is to put it in the freezer for about 5 to 10 minutes. What will happen is that the sugar paste will be very firm, and when we'll take it out, it will not misshape and nothing will happen to it. Now I don't want to make you wait, so I already did it, but after you take it in the freezer and take it out, all you have to do is just open your mold again and take the leg that you did out. Okay, so you see, even like this, we can take it out, but it's not very comfortable. Once it's like this, you see this side is not completely nice from here because of the mold. So what we do, we just take a knife and take out all the excess paste that we don't need, and a little bit of vegetable fat on your finger again, and just make it completely disappear. Once it's frozen, nothing will happen to it. It will not misshape or move like it happens to me now. Okay, but if you don't have the time to wait in the freezer, you can just do it very gently, like I'm doing here, and get your nice leg. Okay, if you wanted to wear the shoe that's already also in the mold, so you just take off the feet. I know it doesn't look nice, but never mind. Okay, and you make a little shoe, and then you put it in, and there is no problem. Okay? What happened, Karen? Problem with what?
I have to change.
What?
Sorry.
Okay, so now it's okay?
Now it will be okay.
Okay. So I did two of those legs and put it in the freezer, took it out, made it nice and clean on top, and then I put it on my cake. Okay, the dowel went all the way till the bottom of the cake, both of the dowels. One, I left it all the length, and the other one, I just cut it, leaving a little bit on top. Okay, and always remember that you can put the legs in any position you want. They can go like this, like a little girl. You can open it, you can make her be like a ballerina in a nice standing, whatever you want. After doing this, and after cutting the other part, I'm going to do the body, which is quite similar. Again, I'm taking the sugar paste, and I can either put some vegetable fat in the mold, or I want to take too much again to show you how to do if it's too much. Or if I want to use a corn flour, then I never put it in the mold. I just roll my paste. In here I have a little bit of corn flour. So I just roll my paste in order to get a nice crust to it, a nice part that will not stick. And I'm pressing it all the way in, making sure the whole mold is filled. Okay? And don't worry if it's too much. I'm going back to my knife, cutting it, and making sure I have a nice back here. Now, if the back is going to be shown, for example, if she's going to wear a bathing suit or something, then I'm really working to make it nice. If I know she's going to wear a shirt, you don't have to waste your time working too much on it. And in order to take it out, just fold your mold, do it the other way around, okay? And it's coming out. Okay. And if it misshaped a little bit, we can help it go back to how it's supposed to look. If you want to make it a little chubbier, you can keep working on it. If you want it a little skinnier, just work it this way. If you want the neck to be a little longer, you can always keep on working on the paste after taking it out of the mold. Okay? And now I want to put the body on the legs. If I'm going to put it this way and start working this way out, it might misshape, and I don't want it. So what I do, I'm taking another dowel, clean one, another dowel, just the same one that I used here, and making a hole in the body all the way from the bottom to the neck, okay? Making sure it goes very easily out. And now when I'll take it and put it in here, it will go just very nicely in place. I want to put the head now. in a short while. So I'm using the one that I made before, so it will be firm already, and the neck will not, oops, like that. Okay? So I already have the legs here and the body, and we can start playing. Okay? We want to put some clothes on this doll right now. So what we normally know to do is to start measure. Okay? I'm taking a ruler and I want to make the skirt, so I'm measuring. You can see it's about 3 centimeters, and I measure around, and I know how wide it should be and how long and everything. In order to help you, we have a new product here, which is the clothing patterns. It's another thing that was made in order to make your life very, very easy. In each kit, for the men kit, for the lady kit, for the children, we have the clothes patterns to go with it. And what does it do? It just gives you the measurements ahead. If I'm taking the skirt and I'm putting it here, it just means it's the right size. All you have to do is just roll your paste, cut 2 of these skirts, put one at the top, at the front, one at the back, and your skirt is at the right size. Same thing goes with the pants. Okay? Cut your sugar paste, cut 2 of these shapes, put one at the back, one at the front, and you have the perfect pants. And the reason we didn't make it as cutters, but as patterns, is just like I showed you in the body. These are just the beginning, okay? If you have this body, it doesn't mean that all of your figures should be the same size and the same shape. You can always keep on playing with it after. When you're using a cutter, it's much harder because the paste is already cut. When you're using a pattern, for example, if you want your pants to be wider, so instead of cutting it exactly by this shape, you just cut it a little wider. Or if you want the end to be like for an elf, then you cut it this way. Or if you want the pants to be longer, for the skirt, if you want it to be longer, anything you want to do, this will give you the right size to put on your doll, okay, on your figure. So now I want to let her have a little overall. I hope this is how it says overall. I hope this is how we say it. And I'm starting by doing the skirt, okay? So I will roll out. This sugar is a little sticky, so I will just roll it and let it sit for a few minutes, and I'll do this shirt first. Okay, I just colored it. I really, really love this color. I just added the coloring to it, so it's a little sticky. Look how beautiful this color is, and I think it's going to work nicely with this watermelon cake. So you just have to sit here for a few minutes. I'll start by doing the shirt. Taking some white sugar paste. And as I said before, if you have any questions while I'm showing this, you can just write to me and we will answer either while I'm working or at the end. I will answer all the questions. Okay, so I'm trying to roll my paste to be a very thin one because it's supposed to be like a cloth, not very thick. Okay. Couldn't understand.
אני נורא שטוף.
Okay, sorry. So I'm going back to what I already did. I'm taking my pattern for the shirt, okay? And again, this is the right size to make it exactly on the body. If you want it wider or anything, just cut as you want. And I'm cutting 2 of those using my cutting wheel. And 1. I don't have the smaller one here. is one side. And this is the second side. Okay, I don't need this white anymore. And normally I start at the back. So, this is the back. Put a little bit of water. And I'm putting it on the back. Okay, so I glue it with a little bit of water all the way. And you can see it covers all the back and it comes exactly to the center of the body. So we can put the other side. So either on the body or on the sugar, however you want. You see my nice paintbrush? Okay, and now I'm putting it together. And I'm having a tank top. Okay, so what I did right now is I want, because it's summer cake, I wanted to stay with the tank top. But if I wanted to make it a shirt, not sleeveless one, so what I have here is the sleeve. After I'm going to do the arm, I can just cut two more shapes like this from white sugar paste and just wrap the arm. And when I stick it to the figure, it will look like she's wearing a shirt. Okay. So after I did the shirt here, I'm going to do the scarf. Okay. So now I'm having this beautiful color here. And maybe I'll do something nice. Maybe I'll add, because it's supposed to be a watermelon cake. So a little bit of green. Okay. Just give a little inlay here. And once I'm going to put my pattern on it, it's transparent, so I can see exactly where I want the green line to be. Okay, so here is one side of the skirt. Here. This is how it looks. And it's already starting to look a little bit like watermelon. And here's the other side. Okay. So I have these two sides now. Something didn't cut all the way, so I'm just cutting it. And just like I did with the shirt, I'm going to stick it on the body. Okay, I'll put it aside because I'm going to need it in a few minutes. And if I want to add some stitches, then I'm using my quilling tool and I'm adding some stitches to it to make it more realistic. One side, now the other side. And again, start at the back. Just a little bit of water. And I'll turn it around in a minute. Okay, so this is half.
Claire says it's clever.
Thank you, Claire. This is just half. And now for the other half. Thank you for watching, Claire. And here's the other half, making sure sticking it one side here and here, and as always make it up, go in the air a little bit, make it not exactly symmetrical, just play with it to add something more human to your figures. Now of course it doesn't look nice, because if it was not an overall, I would have put the skirt under the shirt, but I want to make it like an overall. So what I'm doing now...
Say hi to Lee, because she's sending you my love with a heart.
Oh, hello Lee, hi. Thank you very much. So what I'm having here now is this part of the overall, okay? So I'm taking this one and cutting around.
Wait, say hey to the cake decorating customers, because now they joined us.
Oh, you just joined us now, so...
You can see everything that...
yeah, it will be afterward. You can go back and see all the demo. What I already did, first of all, hi, cake decorating company viewers.
Customers.
Yeah, and what I explained so far is how to do the legs, the body, and how to use the closing pattern that goes with it. It looks just like this, and you can buy everything by the cake decorating company website. Okay, and you can go back on the demo and see it from the start how it's done. Now I'm going to continue, and what I'm showing you now is how to make this skirt into an overall.
Caroline is sending kisses from Brazil.
Thank you, Brazil. Hello. So a little bit of water here. And if I want this that I always forget how to call it, stripes, I think. So you just cut 2 lines, and with a little bit of water, you just stick it there. And I think we're going to put a little watermelon on it, so it will fit out.
Amy says she loves your figures.
Who says it?
Amy.
Thank you, Amy. This one is going to be a very sweet one, I hope. Okay, so like this. And you can decide either you want it like this or an X. Okay, at the back, maybe this will be an X at the back. And as always, what's most important in all of our products is that we give you just the things to make it easier for you. But the design is completely yours. It doesn't mean if you all work with the same tools that you will have the same figure at the end. Exactly the opposite, okay? You can still play and make many different things out of it, okay? So now I cut it here, and she's already almost dressed up. Okay, what do you say? Is it nice? I think here we have to lift it up a little bit also, so it will be up here. Here it goes. And I want to make a little watermelon on it, so it will fit the cake. So what I need for the little watermelon is just 3 round cutters. Doesn't really matter which one you have. I'm sure you all have round cutters, or even the other side of a nozzle. And these 3 colors here. And let me roll it. And again, I want it to be as thin as I can, because it's supposed to be a cloth, it's supposed to be tissues, so don't make it too thick. Okay, so here are my colors. Don't roll all of it, because I just need a little circle. So the bigger one will be the darker green, the smaller one will be a lighter green, which I put one on top of the other. And the smallest one will be pink, just because my watermelon is pink and not red, because I love pink. I also love red. Okay, so now one on top of the other, and when I cut it here, I'm having a little watermelon to decorate the clothes. And once I'm going to use my full colors, I'm going to paint the seeds. Is it called seeds? I'm going to add the seeds on it. Okay, so now for the arms, which normally is a very difficult part when we're working on a figure. But as I said, our goal in life is to make your life easier. So in order to do this, we also made a mold for the arms. So let me just organize here a little bit. And for the arms, we have this little mold, which is also coming from the kit. Everything I'm working with here is coming from the kit. Okay? So the right way to work with the arms is to make a sausage and to roll it. I think it doesn't have enough CMC into it, so I will just add some CMC. Tylo or CMC or anyway. Okay? And just like I showed you with the legs, it has to be about the length of the arm. If it's not, it's also okay. And then you roll it a little bit in corn flour, just to make it less sticky. You open your mold, put your sugar inside, and when you leave it, it will just fill all the mold with sugar paste. You're taking a knife and make sure it's a clean knife. If the knife is not very clean, it might carry all the sugar with you. So it's always better to take a clean knife, and the easier way to work with it is from this side to the palm, not from the fingers. And just cut all the leftover. And the secret in every mold is to make sure you can see all the outline before you take it out. If the outline is nice, when you take it out, it will be great. Just fold your mold, and you have this perfect little arm here. Okay?
Say hello.
Hello.
How cute your arm.
Huh? Hello. Karen. Okay, so once I'm putting it on the figure, is a good time to say thank you for Karen, which helps me with photograph the live demo to Facebook, and to my son, my dear son, Tomer, which photograph for you Instagram watchers. Okay, so here's one arm, and for the other, just the same way, making a bowl, making a sausage, rolling it a little bit with corn flour, and opening the arm, putting it in, let it close, press it a little bit, clean knife from the shoulder all the way down in order to make it clean. Make sure you see all the outline. Fold your mold and a little bit of water. And one more thing I want to tell you is not to leave the palm like this, just make it more human like this. And she has 2 arms already.
Sue says hi, and Lee asks if you wear pink sparkles on your lips.
It's a secret, but she's going to wear pink sparkles on her lips, of course. Okay, so here she has 2 little arms. And now we're going to do the head, which is my personal favorite part, to do the head and the eyes. Okay, so before I start modeling the face, I take my cutter and cut the dowel. I want it to be about half the length of the head, something like this. And it's not enough sugar, so I'll take just a little bit more. And if you are not here at the beginning of the demo, I'm saying it again. This is a satinized sugar paste, the normal paste, not the gum paste, with magic color, skin tone color into it, in order to achieve this nice color. And I'm kneading the paste very nicely, and if it's not enough CMC, then I just add a little bit of CMC. And surprisingly, I'm going to use the face mold. Okay, so this is the face mold that comes with the kit. One more thing I didn't say, that all of our molds work together. It's like a mix and match. So if you want to use another face for it, for example, from the female kit or from the men, you can just mix and match everything. Okay? So if I will take this ball of sugar paste and put it inside, I might have problem not seeing all the fine details. So what I'm doing is just taking half of the ball, pressing it like this, and putting some corn flour on it. And if you see, I put relatively lots of corn flour than I usually do. Okay? I'm putting it in the mold, a little bit of vegetable fat on my finger, or corn flour, it doesn't matter, just in order to make it not stick to my finger. And now I'm pressing really nice, making sure I'm having all the fine details. Only once I finish this, I'm taking more sugar and putting it in, okay? And then I'm folding my sugar in order to have a nice curve at the back. If this little girl that is like a baby or something and it doesn't have hair, then I make it very nice here. If she's going to have hair, then I don't even have to work hard on this part. And then I'm folding my mold and waiting for it to fall down, okay? And now I have a very nice face to put on my figure. Again, the way to do it. Because if you will not do it this way, it will be very hard for you to work. So again, make a bowl, press it hard, put corn flour, put it in the mold, a little bit of vegetable fat or corn flour. Make sure you're having all the fine details. Put it in and fold the leftovers, okay? And now fold your mold and you will have the nice face here. Okay, so now I'm having the face. I can see that in once again. Okay, once again. So again, last time, and if you want to see it again, then you just have to watch my demo again. Okay, but thanks for asking me to do it again. Again, press it, put some corn flour, press in, okay, put some paste again, and fold your sugar paste. And now when you want it out, you just fold your mold and let it come out, okay? And that's the last time I'm going to do it. And I'm going to put it on my figure. Okay, so I'm putting it on my figure, making sure it's in the right place, which means sometimes I see people putting it from here, from the neck. So that's not the right way. You have to put it at the back like this, so the face will come out nice and something. And after I finish doing that, I want to do the ears, okay? So a little bit of water, and the ears should be at the side of the eyes, the side of the same length, the same height of the eyes, from the same flesh tone. And if it's a young figure, it should be smaller, the ears. If it's a little older one, the ears will be bigger. So you just choose the size of the ears that you want, put it at the height of the eyes, okay? And then you take a little bowl tool, the smaller part, and you press from the ear towards the nose, okay? Towards the face. Not down, but towards the face. Okay, this way you're getting the ear shape. Yes? And we're almost done. What we have to do now is the eyes. So in order to do the eyes, I'm taking the eyes mold. Okay, after you have this eyes, you can use it for the boys, for the girl. I didn't say that, but from the same the pattern and the silicone molds, you can do either a boy or a girl. Again, here you have eyes that will fit the boy and the girl. And if you want later, you can always, we have plenty of different eyes shape silicone molds. And you can, from the same kit, get completely different figures by changing, for example, the clothes or the eyes or whatever you want. So the eyes are very, very easy to work with. but only if you're working it or not working right. If you do it right, it will be like nothing. It's very, very easy for you to do. So here are the steps. First thing I do is put some water where the eyes are going to be. This is the first thing you do. Okay, put some water, because later you're going to have very delicate eyes in your hand, and it will be very difficult for you to start looking for your paintbrush and everything. Then you take a little bit of sugar paste, white sugar paste, and dip it in CMC, because it has to be very firm. So I dip it in CMC and knead together. And now I'm taking the sugar paste, putting it on the eyes that I want. What do you say, this one or that one?
The first one.
The first one, this one?
No,
This
the
one?
upper one.
Okay, so I'm putting it on top and I'm pressing it once, just in order to make it sort of stick to my mold. Then I'm touching a little bit of corn flour on my finger and start tapping on it until it fills all the mold. Now I can leave it this way, but I don't know if you can see, but it's a little bit too much sugar, okay? This is not the right way to do it. The right way, because now if I have to take out and clean and take out and clean, you have to do it like me, like 1,000 times to get used to how to do it. The best way to do it, if you don't know the amount, is just to take less than what you need. Press it once, and after you press it, you can always add more and more on top. Not at the side, because then the joint will be shown, but at the side, and then you always have the right amount. If it's not enough, no problem, then add more, and you don't have to clean everything around, okay? So once again, I'll take a new one, a little bit of sugar paste, dip it in CMC, and knead it very nicely together. Put it on top. If you're not sure it's the right amount, take less, okay? Put it on the eye, press it once. If you see it's not enough, add a little bit more, okay? Touch a little bit of corn flour and tap, 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 tap until all the eye is full. You have more. If you need more, just add more. If no, no problem. And the right way to take it out, as I showed before in all of the molds, is just folding your mold. And
Tal, we have a question. What is CMC?
CMC is like Tylo. Tylos. Do you know Tylo? Did you answer?
Not yet.
Okay, so it's like Tylos or Gum Arabic or any kind of powder that makes your paste more pliable when you work with it and firmer when it's dry. Okay, I know that in almost every country they have CMC, just have different names to it. Maybe you should ask where you buy your thing for the cake. They will answer you.
That was Sarah. Sarah, I hope we answered your question. If not, you can write us and we can try.
Yeah, or if she can tell us which country she's from, and then I will ask some of my friends, and they will tell me how it's called in this country. Okay, so just again, take a little bit of sugar paste, dip it in CMC. Okay, make sure you're doing the right eye, the other one. Don't take too much. Just press it once, and if it's not enough, you can always add more on top until you know the right amount. Touch a little bit of corn flour and tap, 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 tap,
Sarah
tap.
says thank you. Yes, she knows what style.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so CMC and Tylo is just the same. Okay, so tap, tap, tap until you see all the mold is full, and then when you fold it, you have the perfect eye. And when I put it in place.
And Sarah from the cake decorating company also answered her.
Okay,
so
great.
we are good.
We're good. If we're good, it's okay. And you can always write to us, even after the demo. If you have more questions, we're always very happy to answer. So we already have the eyes now. And now comes the fun part, which is painting. So what I'm doing, I'm just organizing it here a little bit. And what I'm doing now is take some food gel coloring. I'm using the Magic Colors one because they are great. They are very concentrated. Okay, and what I need is white, black, and the color for the eyes. Okay, for the iris. So again, white, black, and the color for the iris. I'm putting a little bit in my palette, and I'm taking the head off. Sounds horrible, but this is what I'm doing.
Wait a second, please.
Okay, you can come and watch it from the other side.
Okay, wait, good.
Okay.
Good?
Good. And you can see that the mold has already given me the line here. You see these little grooves to show you how to paint and to make sure that the colors doesn't mix. I'm using two paint brushes. One is a thin one, which is number 0, and the other is even a finer one, which is 3 zeros. This one is to paint, and this one is for the lines. I'll take some clear water. You don't need alcohol or anything. Just a little bit of water, and I'm starting by painting the iris. So here I have some green, and I mix it with white in order to get the color that I want. It doesn't have to be too runny, but not too, and also not too thin. Just in the right consistency to be very comfortable to paint. And you can see we have the iris, and I'm just painting it. I don't need too much color, just a little bit. And the other side. It's always better to start with a paler color, and if you want, you can always add more than the other way around. Okay. If it gets a little dirty, all you have to do is take just the paintbrush with a little water, and it just works like an eraser. You can just erase everything. Good. After finishing with the iris, I'm switching to black, and all the time I'm turning the face in order to put it in the position which is the most comfortable for me to paint. So I'm painting the pupil now, and where you have these little white circles, it's supposed to be the sparkle in the eye. So leave it white. You don't have to paint it, just leave it white, don't paint it black. Okay, so now here at the top of the eye we have like little eyeliner, and it looks much nicer like this. I'm turning it round and paint the pupil. Try not to do it with two iPhones near your face and arm, and hand, but it's also okay. And now you can leave it even like this. I think these are nice eyes already, but we want to be better than good. So we're switching to the finer one, to the 3 zeros one, making the color a little bit more runny. It has to be with more water, and go into the groove this time. And what we're doing is outlining the iris up into the groove, and let the groove lead your paintbrush. And then you will have a very nice, you see the difference between the eyes?
Wait, let us. No, they can't see.
Now you can see. Okay, so again, and go into the groove and let it lead your paintbrush all around here. And if we want to give her some eyebrows, so in the mold you have these two little eyebrows. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, well, we're doing it just like we did with the eyes. Or you can take your paintbrush and just paint. She's going to be young, so two little eyebrows here. And she's already cute, but we didn't finish with her. We want her to have some blush. Okay, so I'm taking the Magic Color pink dusting powder, and a very dry paintbrush which is open, and if you don't have one, just tap on it with it on the table until it's a little open like this. And I'm never taking from here, I'm taking from the cover, and even taking a little bit off on my hand in order to make it very slowly. I don't know if you see it starting to be pink, but I want to control when it's pink enough. But since it's a very young girl, she can be blushing a little bit more. And if I want, again, for the gel colors, it was mixing just with water. for the powder, just like this with a dry paintbrush. And if you want to paint the lips, what you have to do is mix it with a little bit of alcohol, clear drinking alcohol. It can be vodka or brandy or whatever you have, or just clear alcohol, drinking alcohol. You mix it together, and now you can paint with it. So now I'm painting the lips. See how cute she's becoming? Okay. And I'll put the face in place. Now I'll put some water. And it's back in place now. Okay. You can go to the other side, and while you're going, I will just take my very tiny paintbrush with the same black color and do some seeds to the watermelon on her tummy. We're almost finished, and my son can go playing with his computer again, not having to help mommy with her live demos. Thank you, Tomer. And always, I wish you could have seen him now. Okay, and the last thing I have to do is the hair, which is, it can be done, of course, with your hand or any way you know how to do it, or with this very nice mold here. So what I'm going to do is a very, very quick hair. I think it's the quickest one you're ever going to see. Okay, I just want to drink something because I'm getting dry here. And what I'm going to do is fill the mold with some black sugar. Of course, it has CMC into it. We already put it inside. And here. It's better to put some vegetable fat on it because of these little shapes. I promise I'll learn English better for the next time. I don't remember all the right words. Okay, so just a little bit of vegetable fat so it will come out easier. And I'm putting it on here. I can either work it with my hands, or if I want it to be quicker, just take a rolling pin and make sure it will fill out all the mold. Okay? And now when it's full, it's very easy for me to take out all the excess. Ready for the quickest hair you've ever seen? You cannot answer me.
Fulton Derry says you're a champ.
Thank you. Now wait for the hair. This is my new favorite part. Okay, so after it's all full, and since it's hair, even if it's not completely full, it's also okay. And now, when I finish, I just fold my mold again and let it fall very gently on the table so it will not tear or misshape or anything. And now, put some water on this side. Here. And now, I'll turn it to me. And I decide where I want the party to go and everything. You see how it looks at the front? And then at the back, you just close it. Okay? And now we can manage our hair. If it was a boy, I can also leave it this way. For the girl, I want to add something I don't know how to say. Okay, and maybe I lift it here a little bit. Okay, you see how it's coming?
Tal, we have a question about the cake base.
Yeah.
Sarah is asking if it's a sugar paste or something else.
It's sugar paste. It's
no, the cake base.
This cake base?
Yeah.
Okay, so for the cake base, it's just a drum that I cover. We have all different designs of contact papers, which are just made for cakes. And also at the cake decorating company, you can get it in, I think, over 200 different designs. You just take it goes all the way to a 12-inch round board or a square board. You just peel it off, it will adhere to the board, and then you cut around, and it's ready for you to put the cake directly on it. It's food safe. You just put it on, nothing will go into it. After you can just wipe it, and it's okay. Okay, so let me go back for my for the hair. So I'm just putting the other. You have the bigger part, and you also have a smaller part here. So what I'm going to do is just fill the smaller part. It depends on how much hair I want to add. So here's 1, 2, I want 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And from these I'm going to do how is it say? Ponytail?
Ponytail is the in front.
Okay, so how do you call these?
Please help us.
Please help us. These. I don't know how it's called, but I
will check in a minute.
Okay. Never mind. I think they will understand anyway. So I just put it together, and now I can decide if I want it to be, see how it goes here, or in this place here, or whatever you want. A little bit of water. And here's the other one. I will show you in a minute.
Piggy tails?
Piggy tails.
Ponytail is in the front, but
piggy tail, it's logical. It's like.
I don't know. That's what they say.
Okay,
Thank
so
you,
piggy
everyone.
tail.
Pigtails, yeah.
Okay. So thank you.
Sue, Sarah, Debbie, Paulina.
Ah.
Cake decorating.
Thank you all.
The cake decorating company.
Thank you.
Shelly.
And in order to finish it, just want to take the bow, the little bow mold, and some CMC. And let me choose, what do I want here? Small ones or big one? What do you say?
2 small ones.
2 small ones. Okay, so 2 small ones. So I just put the paste inside. Make sure you can see all the outline and take it out. And you have a very tiny bow. And another bow. Just like this.
And it says standing work.
Thank you very, very, very much. And it's so easy, believe me. I'm not just saying so. We really do our best to make it very easy for everybody.
Jerusalem Cake Design says hello.
Hey, hello, darling. Thank you for watching. And I think we're almost finished. I don't know if it's shown on the picture, but for me, the right way to finish almost every cake, especially when it's sweet like this, is just to put some magic sparkles on it. And say thank you very much for watching. And again, everything I did here was done with this great kit of children, complete kit of silicone molds and the clothing patterns. And you can get it all from the cake decorating company. And again, if you have any questions, you can always write to us or just ask on Facebook or on our mail, and we will be more than happy to help you with everything.
Say a nice week.
Have a nice week. Bye.